Okay, so we see spawning the east position, we have Robotech as the orange, and in the west we have WCR as the pink.
Good luck, have fun's being thrown down by both. They're in opposite positions, so no close rushing, no close air. This is going to be, well, I think speedlings are going to be clearly very key in this matchup, just because of the sheer distance between the two bases.
I'm not sure, to be honest, because obviously the long distances give you those extra few seconds to see the speedlings coming with their hopefully good overlord spread, and then more of those banings in. Personally, when I'm on really far positions on Metalopolis or maps possibly with a more closed expansion, metal expansion even, I'd quite like to just fast expand going into some regular super economic play, and then if they try to aggress me, just win in the economic game.
Yeah, that is, well, Zerg with late game, with a large economic game in the ZVZ is not that common. It's usually over in 10 minutes, but as you say, you corrected me there, speedling's not going to be that key due to the large distances. I got confused. Slow unit, well, I'm not really sure what we're going to see here. There's quite a lot of options that Zerg can take. They can go for that early expand, speedlings, banelings for defense, early roaches. It's really up to the guy playing.
Now, obviously, they don't realise we are in fact on MLG Metalopolis, not just regular old Metalopolis. So they are checking the close positions where there is no possible way they could have spawned.
Yeah, I know, and we see from Robotech going for that fast expand, and WCR going for that early aggression with the speedlings with that gas before pull. So this is where it gets confusing, folks.
Well, the thing is, there's generally three different very vague and broad openings in ZVZ. You have fast pull, which beats fast expand, which beats standard 14 gas 14 pull, which beats early pull.
Yeah, it's very rock paper scissors ZVZ.
But the thing is, you just got to have that scouting overlord in there to see when he throws his pull down, so you can throw yours down maybe two drones later, so you can have defense threat in time to be those two drones ahead.
Yeah, and if I was Robotech, I probably wouldn't go for speedling right away. I'd rush for that baneling nest just to give you that extra defense against those early speedlings. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Apod. You're the Zerg player. That's just what I would do.
I thought you played Zerg too.
No, I'm a big Terran guy.
Oh god.
Zerg are icky. Just look at all this creep.
Terran
It's disgusting.
Terran Imba.
And we're seeing, of course, yeah, of course they are. Mules are Imba, man. We're seeing that speedling upgrade, the metabolic boost going down, and Robotech going with the Roach Warrant, not the Baneling's nest. And it looks like it might be slightly too late. Maybe these lings can hold them off for a while and just delay for these roaches. Might have to pull some drones though.
Well, WCR made absolutely the correct decision upon seeing the fast expand. If your opponent has fast expanded and you have not, you have to put pressure on so he cannot possibly drone up until you get your own expansion up. Or if you're really feeling like you have an advantage with the Zergling count, in which this case they don't, you can go for an all-in, but definitely banelings are a great idea. Although the counter to that, Zergs who play fast expand a lot will know that you've got to get that roach on as soon as possible, get 4 or 5 roaches out super fast to be able to A, block your ramp, and B, snipe any banelings that come in.
Well, Robo getting that roach one, but having no gas to defend with, so you can't build any roaches. The baneling nest has finished now for WCR. Morphings and banelings outside the base. This could be very bad.
This could hurt. Only some lings and a queen. He's got to pull those drones in. Got to keep that ramp blocked until the roaches get down, pulling both queens down. I would have liked to see a creep drone placed on the way. Here they go, taking some pot shots. Oh no, the queen spawns just in time to get hit in the face and die.
Ooh.
If the roaches can pop out fast enough, but they aren't even... No, I really think this hatch is going to go down.
Yeah, it probably will. More speedlings coming in now. WCR throwing the expansion up in the background, knowing there's absolutely nothing Robo can do about it. The first roach on the field here, one more in production, but just slightly too late to save that hatch.
However, the expansion has gone down for WCR, like I said. But to be honest, if yes, you did forget gas. If Robo uses his Overlord, which he should have nearby, but really doesn't, sees he's put down the expansion, and the fact that WCR is making Zerglings and a Roach War. Ah, I thought we were making drones. Yeah, he's got to get that expansion back up to keep up with the production, but also defend. I mean, this has put WCR in such a nice position, even though he is currently behind on drones quite dramatically by a whole 7 drones.
Yeah, and we're seeing WCR pushing again at the front here, still holding that ramp against those speedlings. He wants to bait them out and just use those banelings against the Zerglings, using them all against the Roaches instead.
Not wise.
No, not good at all.
He's going to be able to clear this up and get his expand up. This is a critical moment. If WCR does not make drones, because obviously Robotect cannot push with this army, he's got to know to make drones and try and catch up, because he already does have the expansion, he has the extra production for the drones, but no, he's making a spine crawler. He doesn't see it, and he hasn't even got his natural hatch rally pointed, so those drones are just sitting there doing nothing.
Oh dear, that's an error. But we were seeing a very low harvester count from WCR, but after that failed push he just droned up a lot, and he's now just behind. I say that just as Robotech now gets another 6 drones out. 4 in production though for WCR. It's now turned into a macro war, and who can outroach the other person?
Well, WCR isn't doing particularly well. He's got no injections going. He's got a lot of larva going. Come on, inject, WCR. Inject. WCR. WCR, inject. WCR. WCR?
It looks like WCR's AFK at the moment. Another spine crawler going down. He's got those drones coming out.
Being a boss, harassing that expo.
Yeah, he's focusing all on the micro now, because he knows if he keeps him on one base, then he can just win it, even though he's making the weaker unit, because these Roaches could kill these Zerglings so easily.
Absolutely. In smaller numbers, the Zerglings do have the chance to surround those Roaches, but when you get a 5 or 6, Roaches really do outclass the Zerglings, because they lower their surface area, they've got that good armor, and they can just pick up those Zerglings as they try to go. Right.
We have 11 roaches on the field, and only 14 Zerglings. So in a straight up fight, those Roaches would win. But he's just using them as a harass to poke him, so he can drone himself and to keep him making units to defend.
However, I do love this. WCR throwing down the double Evo chamber. ZVZ is inevitably going into Roach Wars, making those upgrades super important.
Yes, and he's getting ahead on his tech. He's teching up hard now, getting that lair. So, not even thinking about getting his lair yet. Robotech supply blocked when his Overlord over the expansion got killed. So it's not going good for Robotech.
No, and he... Speedling's getting in, getting blocked by the Double Queen, but also Robotech has no vision. All his Overlords are in his base. In ZVZ, it is vital that you have your Overlords across all the attack paths at the 3rd and 4th of your opponent's zone, so you know when he moves out, when he expands, you can get sneaky looks at his drone count. Every tiny piece of information is absolutely vital due to the fact that Zerg is the type of race that makes waves of units. They make a round of roads to make a round of drones, so you need to know the second they are switching production cycles from economic to aggressive.
Yeah, it's important, not just in ZVZ, but in any matchup. I think WCR is listening in on us, but he started spreading out those Overlords like crazy. Ghosting on the stream, maybe. But we're starting to see WCR catching up with these, with the Roaches here. And Harvester's not too far behind, but every drone counts. 8 drones is actually quite a lot in ZVZ.
Robotech building up his money a little bit. He's got the W robot, they're not researching. He's got the lair, but he's not getting of those Roach upgrades. Not quite sure what he's looking for here, although I do really like that Evo chamber in the back of his natural to stop Speedling one-bys through the back.
Yeah, now he's getting those double upgrades. He just seems to be slightly behind WCR in everything he does. The infestation pit going down for WCR. Maybe we're going to see him get all the way to 5. And now
followed by Robotech.
Yeah, the... ZVZ is a mirror matchup in every sense of the word. Gleal of Reconstitution going down, giving those Roaches those extra boost on health regen. So that could prove key.
It's actually the speed boost. The Gleal Reconstitution actually makes Roaches move faster. It's one of the first upgrades you want to get as soon as you get your lair in ZVZ, because obviously when you're going to and forth across the map in your Roach Wars, being able to catch up and pounce on your opponent because they're not fast enough is absolutely vital.
Sorry, I got confused between that and the tunneling clause, which regens the burrowed roach life. But we're seeing large amounts of roaches.
Actually, now you say that, I must inform you that tunneling clause does nothing to how much regen roach get. It just means that they can move whilst underground.
Go check it out on the Roach one right now. I just checked now to make sure it does say increases life generation when burrowed.
Does?
It does. Yeah, that's why roaches are so strong.
Wow!
Did you
That's
not know
amazing!
That? You burrow them and count to 10, and then they come up full health again.
I thought you could do that even before. That's an amazing piece of info. I did not know that. I'm a Zerg player. That is embarrassing.
That's why Mondragon goes for those huge roach plays. We're seeing lots of roaches being made by WCR and that investor coming out. He's got the +1/+1. He should be pushing now before Robo can catch up on
Love that
tech.
use of Overlord